I bring you greetings from the Ashanti Regional Community Council, which is the seat of government here in Ashanti Region. And also from the President of the Republic of Ghana, or Sarkodie, I stand in for him as Regional Minister. As Sewa rightly said, every region has its own peculiar strengths and weaknesses. And the very reason why we needed to profile Ashanti Region as it is. I remember I was speaking at one of the forums and we mentioned that there cannot be an Ashanti Region without our culture, without our tradition, without our history, without our creatives, and without our eco-tourism centers. So if you really want to grow as a nation, you look at where your strength is, specialize more in that area, and all the other aspects of your local development will move along that line. I remember once again, I was speaking with one of our diplomatic friends, and I made mention of this crucial thing that has helped Cuba especially a lot. They realized that we had a lot of strength when it comes to medical knowledge, and they invested a lot of resources into medical knowledge, and it is driving every other aspect of their economy in the country. Take Ashanti Region. If you want to do away with our creatives, then definitely we are starting ourselves. Therefore, you will not be able to reach the level where you need to reach. Our creatives include those in the movie industry, our music, all the people you can think about, sports, among others. That we already mentioned. It's been an industry that I'm not been closely with, but I've given all the attention I need to give, so that we'll be able to grow and develop same potential to be able to move the region and develop especially new talents. What I realized was that after interacting with a section of key industry players, I realized that I was
always be ready. So let me just say this. You see what you just said about Nigerian artists selling this and selling that?
Yeah.
Don't skip history. Before that happened, they were all put under one roof. Even me, part of it, Shatta part of it, Snow part of it, Tanzania, Diamond part of it. When they got the data, that is where you started seeing them using the data for one. So when they did start Westgate show, they did start Benamor show, not David show. There was One Africa concert, there was Unplugged, there was all these festivals that they were doing, and then they were able to gather Africans and people in the diaspora under one roof. Nobody was able to do those numbers. But when they came together as an ecosystem, they created that. And that's the format that they are using for individuals. So if you're thinking you're waiting for somebody to go and gather all the Ghanaians in London at once, I'm not saying I'm not a good artist, but this is business. So we need that ecosystem around the whole industry. And when we do that, let your father say, you deal with me and Shatta and Stoneboy and BS for just that moment. After that, we need a very good opportunity for anyone. It's not just a big good Saturday. Even if you're here, you have the leadership skills to be able to bring people together, organize stuff, do all these things. It's bigger than somebody's personality, or how somebody is, or how somebody speaks. Because it's way bigger than that. It's a whole ecosystem. Somebody, if Ghana doesn't survive, and let me say it's not safe. So I can go and achieve this for myself, and go to the BET and do the branding. It will be for us, as well, and it will be. There was a post on the BET page talking about the first Afrobeat artist to sell out the Apollo. They forgot something they did. And they put Better Boy. But it's not their fault. Because of how our industry is here in Ghana, we are not out there putting our narrative out there. I can do it personally, as a PR, whatever. But it's beyond that. It's way bigger. All the artists in Nigeria are thriving because the big play and the whole industry is thriving.
You know, let me put on my journalist cap, because you talk about putting you out there. And my colleague journalists are here. I have seen many journalists complain about how you artists don't appreciate them enough. When you're traveling, you don't travel with a journalist, you go on your own, then you send us pictures to post for you. We deserve to sit in the plane and go with you, right? But you don't. But these other people put all of those infrastructures in place to make sure that, you know, the stories are getting out there as they're happening. Do you have plans in that regard to let them, you know, carry them with you?
Yeah, so we do. Personally, the artists can take PR people and take them there. That is what you do personally. Stoneboy does a great work. I do that as well. You can go with people to put your narrative out there. That's different. That's your personal business. What I'm talking about goes beyond what you're doing personally. I have been there, done that. I've seen that I was creating legacy for myself, but I was missing out on putting that out there. And I realized it wasn't because Sarkodie has to do everything right. It's way bigger. That's the point I'm trying to make. So we have other people that go out there, out of their way. I'm talking about promoters, the investors. I don't want to mention him, but I met one guy, one big man who owns a big company here in Ghana, who's Nigerian. Met me at a suit shop. And I went to him, Baba, and then the Sarkodie said, oh, I remember you, we booked you for a show. How's everything going? How's Ghana? I have to support Whiskey, because I think he's doing amazing. So I put down, I don't want to mention that number, it's insane. Right? I'm not saying everybody has to do that. But his thought process is different because the business he's doing, he knows that the ecosystem around him will still support him as his business. He's there to cover the show, put it out there, to change the narrative of what people think about Ghana. So all I'm saying is, the blame game, we can't do that. I would think, but what you just said is true. Sarkodie, artists might be doing something. Same thing with the media. We are all not perfect. And let's look at the bigger picture. Even if you narrow it down to Kumasi, the top priority should be your people. If you do that, I think, yes, you're right.
And I can't wait to talk to Abeku because I would like to know what the NDC government's plans are to push this agenda. Because we definitely have to see that on the map, right? And I'm happy that Abeku has that position as the Deputy CEO of the Ghana Tourism Authority. Now, when you were speaking earlier, you talked about the business part of music. The fact that there's an album of yours that you have, your fans had a share in the shares of that album. And over time, we've had conversations about people monetizing the work that they do.
It's true. I said one there, investment, we really don't have investment. So most artists, if you ask them, we'll be putting his hard-earned money back into it. So Ghana will build a team to do one. It's good, but it's bad because it's not everyone who was built to do that. So when you become an entrepreneur, you know how that feels like. Every penny goes back into it. So to even treat yourself is hard. To go and just get yourself the things that you think you want is hard. You always have to put it back in. But if we have people to offload that pressure of the young ones coming, trust me, there's a lot of talent. When I go on TikTok, it's crazy. Talent upon talent. But then people have to believe that there's a lot of investment that goes into music. That's number one. We don't really have that. And then when we have investors, music is a bit different. It's a long-term goal. It's the type of business that you have to wait for a while. If you are looking to cash out this same year, you don't come into music. You don't try to, let me invest and make money by December. That's not how music works. A long time, and then you're going to be set for life. And I'm being honest. I can't compare any business to music. If anyone tells you that music has to make money, I'm here to tell you that's a big lie. One of the best is actually on the top. That makes people money. I'm talking individually. Imagine someone here who's controlling Sarkodie Kumasi. Just imagine that. You are the one that owns Sarkodie Kumasi. You. That's it. So it's a good business to get in. The investors are a bit scared. But I think it's way safer than any other business because you
government's role in all of this. Do you think that successive governments have done well in pushing this agenda?
I think the conversation between the creatives and the government has been a disconnect for them to really understand exactly what is needed. I think most governments, they really want to, but they don't understand how it actually works.
But you had a connection with the NPP party, you said.
I had a connection. We moved here.
And they said that you stand for them.
I had a man. Transport is everywhere.
I'm still in support of this. I'm still praising it. Whether you actually or not, I'm still standing. But I've not had the opportunity to sit with people in power. I think Mr. Big is here, that's my big brother. We can start having conversations on how we can push further the conversation on how to monetize our entertainment industry.
Okay. Now, before we'll be wrapping up very shortly, because I was told that my time is up and we have to go. Moving forward, what is the plan for Sarkodie? You maybe say you're doing very well for yourself already. What should we be looking forward to?
That's exactly what we're doing here today. I'm not excited about this. You can see when I was speaking how passionate I am. So let me tell you something. This phase of Sarkodie is me 24/7 for the past, I think, 5 years. Music I do because the fans want it. And then I thank people that care about the music. But if I should tell you what interests Sarkodie, it's not me winning any award, we have to be collaboration. I've been there, I've been in places where I feel like it's because my country is not that strong, whatever I'm building is not safe. So it makes me not that excited when I started. When I started, it was big work, beginnings, so I had no idea. All I wanted was go to the BET, do this, take a picture with this person. It was exciting. But when you get more into it, you go say, and more than that, it's your whole country that has to come with you. It's not just you building something and that's it. Because it will fade regardless. After a few years when everything is done, the industry is not strong enough. Because of Bernard, we still remember Fela. We care about him because they will put Fela in the music on a bigger scale. So if Coco Flake is not able to get back on the BET to perform, to say big shout out to Sarkodie, what did I do? You get what I'm saying? So in the next phase of Sarkodie, that's why I'm passionate speaking like this. I really want us to build a way where I'm not focused on our era. We need a junior and I think it's too late. But when we have the next generation where they can really, really push the envelope from what we took it to, I will be more, what's the word?
Satisfied.
Yes, satisfied. So the next phase of Sarkodie is to do anything possible to help. And recently we just launched, we're about to launch a new label. I've had a label assigned to artists, Ashanti Region Strongman, doing amazing. But
are they still signed to your label?
No. We are contracted there, I think it was 2 years, 3 years.
Why did you renew it?
I like so my happiness is when people have independence, but that was a kickstart for them. Right? So I knew exactly what Akpaba was going to do. I knew Akpaba was going to find a tailor-made fan base. That's exactly what he achieved. Everything I told him is happening. Akpaba has shows and he sells out the shows. Akpaba has a big mansion now, he has some brand new cars. These are things that when I look at myself, like, okay, this is something I saw and it was able to come to pass. Strongman is doing amazing as well. So I want.
But I'm sure that you've seen those who have said that, you could have done a lot more better for Strongman.
That is always going to be the conversation. That shouldn't bother you as an investor. That's where I want you to go past. These are fans and critics and we're this year amount or we're this year. It shouldn't get to your head. The point is what we wanted to achieve is to make these guys big stars, and they are. That's it. So the next phase, we are about to do that again. So our ears are on the ground looking for new talents. Kumasi, definitely if we find somebody or some people that we think we invest in, we go. Then it goes beyond just Accra, Kumasi, all other places. So we'll be doing a writing camp. We'll put out the information soon. Writing camp are best to spot out talent because there will be a lot of talents in one room, writing and singing. Then we'll pick from there. And also look at people on social media that we can reach out to them. So next phase of Sarkodie is just to give back to the industry that way Sarkodie, that's it.
That's what I want to say. But don't go yet. I promise that we're going to take part.
I want to know, when you were talking, you made mention of it's bigger than blaming each other. And it's true, very big than blaming each other. But you see, in process of life, you have the learning stages, you get to the waiting period, where you get to the end stage. Yesterday I was speaking to somebody, he said, and you could soon get extra. I believe whatever thing you aim to get, you are there already. So right now, I want to know, these upcoming artists, you will reach out to them on certain levels. But I think you are at a stage where you need probably, you get to the mentorship stage and the teaching stage to give up back to the site like what you want to do. I was thinking if your team could be doing various ideas for the upcoming artists, so that we put all of them here, or people would know that Sarkodie wants to talk to us this day, especially the upcoming artists, the American guys and all these things, because we're talking about Kumasi. So if they know Sarkodie is coming to talk to us, Stella asked, do you rectify petty mistakes? And you said yes, you reach out to some of them. But right now, you don't get all of them because there are a lot of people who want to get access to you don't get. So I was thinking if your team, or when will your team put together things that, or a time, not in a year, maybe not once in a year, but some time to come, they'll put together that, okay, we are meeting Sarkodie here today, and he's coming to teach us what we really need to know about the music thing that we're doing. I think that would be very much appreciated. So if you could have something to say about that.
Okay, thank you. Let's put our hands together for the Ashanti Regional Minister who will join us. Belated happy birthday to you, by the way. So we'll take 4 more questions, or let me take 2 more, then you answer the first 3. No, I want fans.
Official. I'm here on behalf of Global Media Alliance. That's the house of YFM Kumasi, where I belong. Real quick, sir, congratulations to you two. One is for something that's yet to happen.
Is there a question?
The question will come. Alright, so congratulations in advance on a successful event because it is. Alright, let's move on to. So when you were speaking, you said something that so, and I want to draw my question from that. So you spoke about how music is something prudent or something that very potent to savor culture or history, and you've actually taken a step bold enough in that regard to set up the Sarkodie the Rapaholic exhibition in Accra. First, I want to know, since you also spoke about how Kumasi has been top or at top of the people that consume your material, your music, do we have any plans of getting it here? And then finally,
one question, please. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
one question.
Please, this is very important. Please, can't be some slide, please. We are on 12. Anyway, so so the next one is. Since we're here and you are in a spirit of sharing, please can you share with us the best music business advice you received individually, personally, from somebody that you can share? Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think we should answer this. That's two questions. So the first one,
Yes.
organizing forums.
Yes, this is a phase that we're in. As I said, at this point, this is where I am. I'm more comfortable this way. I believe that's all timing. When you feel like it, you are going to do it. In the beginning, I didn't feel like I was ready. You were frustrated. You want to see this. So now it comes all as. So I might say something and miss the point. But now I can clearly articulate what I want to put out there. So I think it's the right time to speak to these young ones and put out some blueprints. Not necessarily supposed to follow, but you can pick few things that you can use as well to make the journey a bit smooth for you. And the first one was the exhibition. Actually, this Rapaholic, and anyways, I know she doesn't like this. Whatever you saw there, this madam curated everything. She brought it. Please give it up to Madam. And that's one advice that I would advise most artists. Don't always put around yourself people that are just into your business. You can have business people that understand the corporate side of the business and can marry the two, because there's a disconnect between the corporates and artists. When we sit in a room, not go prefer abbreviations and the MOU of the CA and then the TLC, but then when you have the right people around you, they can marry that relationship. I know sidebar, but when you watch me and Standard Chartered, that's her. And now that's the blueprint for most of the banks. They are signing on the artists. So yes, that's a side note. And then the Rapaholic, we're supposed to do the exhibition for this one. It's just time didn't work. What we have to do is too much. Even just this Saturday, what we have to go through to make this show happen is crazy. It's too hectic. So hopefully, yes, we'll come back to do that. Yes. And that's what was.
I think that's it. It was two, yes. So two more questions because the minister has to speak. Okay, I'll give.
My name is Sarkodie. I'm a fact native Kumasi and also an excellent public. I want to ask, when I was young, you used to come to old school behavior. I really love for you to do that thing back again. Being a legend now, I think if you do that in Kumasi with the young activists, it's going to pull them out. That's the only thing I want to say. Thank you.
Is this something we're going to do? It's part of the plan. Okay, Atopa. That's your name?
Yes.
Atopa.
My first name is Atopa, my last name is Tom.
The PR wasn't done by Sarkodie. I would say I'll take like 10% out of it. 90 was the content creators, comedians and all of that. I mean, you guys brought the attention to this show. So I saw the importance of this very strong. When I did skit with Vespa, it's one of the Ben South. It was crazy. So I think it's only right that we add that to it, so we consider it. And the sightseeing, we're doing that. that's part of our activations here. I think it's today or tomorrow that will be putting highlights on these places. Yes.
Okay. All right. One more question, unfortunately. Quickly. Let's put our hands together for me.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarkodie Kumasi. So, Sarkodie, you said something about you getting artists being signed from your record label. Then we're in the car. My main question is, would you